custard filling. So the first thing we want to do is blend together. Let me make sure I got these numbers, these values correct. Yeah, 1 cup. I already pre-measured it, but it's 1 cup of sugar, and then 5 egg yolks. And we're basically just going to beat these together. Very important, you have to plug in the stand mixer for it to work properly, to work at all. And where's my little thing? Where's my rubber spatula? There it is. Make sure you get all that yolk in there. So you want to do this, you want to do it until it turns, can you get in your peak? It starts out very granular and kind of a dark yellow. What's happening is I think it's incorporating air into it, and eventually it's going to turn into a light yellow, and you're going to be able to pull it up, and it'll leave like ribbons, and that's the point you want to go to. So let's just see where we are on ribbons. See, that's not quite ribbons. See, it's kind of a big thing. So we want to keep going. Let's give this a try. Yeah, that's looking pretty that's a little bit ribbony. So I think we're in good shape. So now we're going to beat in the flour. So this is a half a cup of flour. And I actually, for some reason, I always forget to add the flour. I forgot to add the flour 3 times when I've made this, for some weird reason, and I never do it. Okay, so let's do a little side scraping on this. So I think the flour, I don't know if it's what it does to this recipe, if it causes it to thicken. I'm not really sure. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to get the water. Right. We're going to this is almost boiling. I'm going to put it into it because it needs to be added in droplets. I'm going to put it in a measuring cup.
Hi, flour. Flour.
That is my cat, Flour, F-L-O-U-R. He was a little tiny 4-pound stray that I found outside of a bakery called Flour. And now he's a giant little tiger. No, 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 no! Alright, so this is boiling. So I am pouring it into this. So now we're going to add it into little streams. I think we want to be careful that we don't make an omelet because we have raw eggs in here. So I think if you add hot stuff to this, it might turn into like a little omelet. So this is turning very liquidy. So the one thing we want to do is you need to make sure that there's all kinds of stuff probably at the bottom. So you just need to make sure that you kind of scrape this a little bit to make sure that you've incorporated. Alright, so let's do a quick stir. Okay, great. So now we're going to go to the heat. Okay. So we want to have, there's some stuff that you add in at the end. So we're just going to have that ready. So there's a tablespoon of butter. And then we add 1.5. Where'd my vanilla? Oh, here it is. Oh, I think I'm out of vanilla. Not good. All right. Well, you're supposed to use 1.5 tablespoons, but that's all I have, so that's all we're getting. And then we need some rum, or some cognac, which actually I went out and bought this yesterday. It's like two to 3 tablespoonfuls, so we'll add this in. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it smells nasty. That's gross. Okay, so we got that ready. So we want to go on moderately, pretty high heat. I'm going to throw all this in here. And then this is where oh, see, I tried to get all that stuff off the bottom and I didn't, but whatever. So now we're just going to stir. So it's liquid, 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 and eventually this is going to become very, it's going to become very viscous, and it's going to be difficult to actually stir it. So yeah, so we're starting to get thick here, and it's starting to get hot too. I am actually going to get a pot holder. My hand is kind of burning. You want to just, you keep this on pretty, you see that's a pretty decent flame. You know, I'm probably 3/4 of the way up to max. And you just want to go until it gets thick, and then we're going to reduce the heat. But we are definitely getting thick, and I think it should. Oh yeah. So the one thing is, you can actually start to see the bottom of the pan. So I'm going to turn this down. You have to make sure that you keep cooking it because I've undercooked this before and it looked fine, but it ended up having this weird floury taste. I think like the flour wasn't cooked or something. So that was my only actual bad experience in making a fruit tart. I've probably made 10 of these, and that was the only one that didn't work out. Everyone who ate it thought it was fine. I was complaining that it was floury. But yeah, so you want to make sure that you cook it long enough. Oh man, my arm is killing me. Let's try this one more time. I think we're good. All right, so now we're going to add in our tablespoon of butter. All right, so we get that all done up, and then we'll add this vanilla and cognac. Oh, that is boozy. Man, a little piece of butter floating around in there. Ah, that smells great. Okay, so we are, okay, so that is the custard. So now we're going to prepare our fruit. So normally when I do this, I make it more of like a gay Pride Tart, and I do all the colors of the rainbow. So I do, it's usually red strawberries, oranges, yellow pineapple, green is kiwi, blue is blueberries, and then purple is blackberries. I end up having tons of leftover fruit when I do that because like I do it in concentric circles of color. So I literally use one blackberry, for the center, and then I probably use like 20 blueberries. So I end up having tons of leftover fruit. For this one, I'm just going to keep it simple, and I'm just going to do strawberries. So what I do is I kind of lay everything out on a plate just to make sure that I have the proper number of fruit parts cut up and just prearrange them and stuff. So I held this plate over the tart shell, and it looks like the tart shell is just outside of this line here. So I'm just going to cut enough strawberries to go out to that point.
And go.
So we're going to make our glaze. So we're going to take a cup of red currant jelly. You can also use apricot jelly. This red currant jelly, we just tasted it. It's awesome. So you just take that. Actually, you put it in the saucepan. 1 cup. And then we add 2 tablespoons of sugar. And then 2 tablespoons of this disgusting cognac. It really smells disgusting. I gotta tell you, I can't believe that people actually drink that. So then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna heat this until it's 228 degrees. We have our candy thermometer. But actually, I think you just do it till it's sticky. Ooh, that is hot. Oh, it is really hot. It's looking. Okay, we are definitely in the candy making zone. So it doesn't appear to be that sticky, but there's no way to really tell. But we're at the proper temperature. So I am going to pull it off. I'm going to pull it off.